speaking of dangerous game, my guy, we had NXT versus TNA Showdown.
Great show.
Man.
Here's what here's something I'll say.
Yes.
They should take whoever writes for NXT and have them write for all of WWE.
Agreed.
Because NXT is by far, and I don't care what you say, even if you include PLEs, I'll take a Tuesday night show over most PLEs for WWE.
Let him cook. Let him
cook. It is by far the best program in WWE.
Wow. You know what? I can't argue with that. I really cannot argue with you, Big K Dog. Every time I watch NXT, I sit down and say, okay, I'm going to commit to watching this program because I try to focus on, I want to get the main programming in every week. Top notch.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. You've got 90% of NXT. I mean, there's obviously some people that they brought in from other companies. You got All Ego Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, right? You got those people.
Legit.
The rest of them are homegrown.
Facts.
Or mostly homegrown.
Facts.
They're young kids who came out of college and wanted to be wrestlers or who were college athletes on NIL deals. And now they're trying to make it in the wrestling game. And you've look at Jada Parker, how much she's grown as an individual.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she, to me, is on the precipice of greatness.
Man, yo.
She's right there.
Jada. Oh, man. I got a lot to say about Jada in that Survivor Series style match.
Then the other one, who's the girl that's with JC Jane all the time?
Doggone. Not Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
Fallon Henley. Okay. All right.
I don't know why Fallon Henley hasn't been called up to the main roster yet.
Fallon Henley's dope now.
She is a good worker. She sells unbelievable.
Yes.
And she knows how to work the crowd.
No doubt.
And to it's historic, my disdain for Lyra Valkyria. To see someone like Lyra Valkyria who just looks out of place a lot, get called up and get pushed the way she's getting pushed. It's like, what are you guys watching? You got Sol Ruka.
Yes.
You called up Lyra Valkyria before you called up Sol Ruka.
You know, WWE historically, and you know this from guys and girls who have left the company, they will book people according to what creative says, oh, I got something for that character. Whether or not that that's the best character, whether or not even they may not be over. Let's put it that way. They may not be over at all. But the fact that creative says, you know what, man, I got something for him. I got something for her. Oh, thank you. I got something for them, right? That is a huge factor. Whereas you and I will say, okay, dude, that character is mad over. That character is crazy over. Why not book like LA Knight, for example? If creative says for some reason we don't have anything, then they're just like, well.
Okay, but here's my problem with that.
Yeah.
If they don't have anything for LA Knight, why has he wrestled more matches than anyone in WWE this year?
That's what doesn't make sense. Stuff like that don't make sense.
More matches than anyone in WWE.
Yeah.
How do you do that? The other side of the coin is you have Roxanne Perez, who's an all-world talent, and you bring up Lyra Valkyria first.
There's some things that make you go,
Could it be that a top power couple use their influence to forward the career of a fellow countryman?
Very interesting.
Because we don't want to point that out, that she used to wrestle in the same place that Becky Lynch did.
If she wrestled in the same place that Becky Lynch did, that means that she probably was connected with Finn Balor as well. So there you go. There you go. NXT Showdown kicked off with Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys versus Dark State.
I like the way they put this match together.
Yes.
They started with Dark State jumping him in the ring, then the Hardy Boys kicking him out, the referee throwing the two guys out that weren't supposed to come out to the ring.
Absolutely.
That was a great start to that match. I thought the match was well put together. I didn't think that I thought that they were able to hide the limitations of the Hardy Boys very well.
That's exactly how I felt about that match, 100%.
They didn't look like some of the highlights that you've seen from AEW or TNA shows where they're missing moves and you're just like, man, they look old.
Yeah.
There were spots where you're like, man, they look old. But Matt's been stiff for a few years.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Now Jeff is starting to look his age.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought they did really well.
Man, the whole match, because I'm just like you. I'm watching and I'm like, it's one of those things where you kind of cringe and you're saying, I really don't want these guys to look old. I don't want these guys to come across as a nostalgia act to where it hurts the match.
Yeah.
But for one night, I think we got some of the best work out of the Hardys that we could get in 2025. I mean, it's to the point where, I posted a little short that said, is this 2025? The Hardy Boys win the NXT tag titles?
Yeah, I just knew that they were going to give it to Dark State. And I in my mind, this is what they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's 4 of these guys.
Yep.
They could intertwine 2 and have 2 on NXT and 2 on TNA.
Good point.
And I was like, man, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
For one time, the idiocy of WWE makes sense.
But at the same time, I will say this: the Hardy Boys are such a brand in WWE. I think that's why WWE didn't have a problem pulling that trigger, because notice, they weren't the Hardys, they weren't the Hardy brothers, or whatever you want to call them elsewhere. WWE is like, hey, these are our guys, the Hardy Boys.
And they came out to the old theme too.
Exactly. So WWE
with the old symbol and the old Titantron stuff.
That signals to me that WWE says, I think we got another cash grab out of these guys. If we can work it right, we can.
Well, think about what happens next.
Yeah.
Now you have a match between the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys at TNA Bound for Glory.
Absolutely.
And now to prove who is the best tag team champions ever, and the Hardy Boys own both the titles.
Yes.
So it's going to be Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys, and does the winner take all the titles?
To my knowledge, it's a non-title match. Now, I don't know if they're going to throw that stipulation in. Could be. It could happen. As far as what they're billing it, it's one final table. Hardy Boys, NXT and TNA Tag Team Champions versus the Dudleys. But I've not seen any advertisement of a title match.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, they could throw that in, later on to juice Bound for Glory up. Maybe this week. Could happen. Nevertheless, man, I think, the Hardy Boys showed up and showed out, man. Proud of those guys.
And new.
Did it up. Did it. All right, the NXT Women's Champion, JC Jane, and NXT Women North American Champion and Speed Champion, So Ruka, they led their team. NXT in the women's match.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
It's been an ongoing problem for me, and I've said it before on here, and I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
And I don't care if I catch flack for this.
What up?
Kalani Jordan has the personality of a broomstick.
I knew at some point that was coming up.
And they keep trying everything they can do to make her look good. And she keeps, excuse my language, shit in the bed.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, they did everything possible to make that girl look good.
You're not lying.
And she still didn't look good.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that, they keep, here's the gymnast.
Yes.
Okay, she does a backflip and she misses everybody and lands with her feet on the ground behind everybody. And then you have Sol Ruka do a back handspring into a backflip and takes out everybody and then lands on her feet and is like, ta-da!
To that point, I will not argue with you. When she overshot that original dive, I was like, oh, man.
And then, the one-of-a-kind split-legged moonsault is not a one-of-a-kind split-legged moonsault.
100%.
So, they're doing all the little things that they can try to do to make her stand out, even calling her at one point the standout.
Uh-huh.
She stands out because she's bad.
Wow. I wouldn't say Kalani Jordan's bad. I would say...
Okay, then I'll say that.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
not bad. She is not good enough to be in the position she's in.
To your point, I can respect that. I can respect that. I think Kalani Jordan, when I think of a gymnast, right? Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, high-level gymnasts, execute their maneuvers. They can do it with their eyes closed. I believe Kalani Jordan can also do all the stuff. It's just, as many legends have attested to, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Well, that's my thing. She might be a world-class gymnast.
Yeah.
Granted, she went D1. Okay, great. Awesome. Love it. However, you're not a wrestler.
Whoa! Hot take. Hot take. Wow.
Can she
crazy.
get there? Yeah, but it's always going to be awkward.
Wow. That brings about a great point of, is WWE doing so much recruiting in these different areas to try to, bring in top athletes that they're not grooming wrestlers per se?
We talked about this before.
Yeah.
They're not in the business of creating superstars anymore.
True.
So think about this. Think of all your people that were huge. Austin, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Diamond Dallas Page, Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, all these guys. They spent years traveling around the world, developing their talent before they got to the WWE.
100%.
The WWE was considered the premier spot to be, and only the best of the best were there.
Facts.
Now you're polluting the system by bringing in all these people who, case in point, Jasmine Nix, are not really wrestling people.
Mm-hmm.
They just are there for the money and the exposure.
Uh-huh.
And there's no love. You can tell the people who love wrestling, and you can tell the people who are there because it's a deal.
Sure.
They're robotic. They don't understand. Again, they don't understand where to be in the ring, how to carry themselves. That selling looks manufactured. It doesn't look real. And it's no offense against them. They're just not at the level they should be to be in the position they're in. When you and I go to indie shows and we see all this talent that you're like, why is this person not there? And you've got Kalani Jordan, who should be in the independents learning the craft.
Sure.
For $60, $70 a night, figuring out whether or not you truly love it and where you want to, if you want to be there or not.
Sure.
Or have someone like Nikki Blackheart, who is busted her butt on the independent scene to become a champion on the independent scene and truly has love for the wrestling business.
Oh, yeah.
Or, I mean, pick someone. Ashley the Daddy Hunter, 13 years in the game on the independent scene. She don't do it because it makes her a ton of money, because I know she's not balling living in a 47 room mansion.
Sure.
She does it because she loves being a wrestler. And there's something to say about that, whether or not you're at that level, but those people will progress to a higher level than the people who are there just to collect a paycheck.
Oh, I agree with you 1,000%. You can tell So Ruka, crazy standout in this match. I don't know that So Ruka missed a beat one time.
The only thing she missed was the last Soul Snatcher. She missed Kalani Jordan, and I blame that on Kalani being too far back out of place.
That's fair. That's because I noticed the arm was extended, like she barely caught her.
She barely grabbed her, was able to get her head to do the Soul Snatcher.
No doubt, no doubt.
Why? Because Kalani moved back.
That's fair. That's fair. So Ruka killed it. Shout out Jada Parker. Man, I love Jada Parker. Like you said, she is just getting it.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
And the crowd loves her.
100%.
The whole time she's in there. Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Man, she's owning it.
And look, Lola Vice. Shout out to Lola Vice. Lola Vice started in CCW here in Florida.
No doubt.
Started in Miami at CCW and worked her way up through the system and is now in contention for the women's world champion in NXT.
Lola Vice. Man, outstanding performance. I think all around. Team NXT, outstanding performance. I love Team TNA, though. I always love to see the Inspiration, a.k.a. the Iconics.
I noticed that one of them looks the same. She just has lighter hair, but I couldn't tell that the other one was Billie Kay.
Bro, Billie Kay, very crazy transformation.
Yeah, I was like, that's Billie Kay?
Transformation. You're like, what the heck? I had to be like, wait a second.
I thought it was somebody else, and they were just calling themselves the Icon.
Yeah. Nah. Peyton Royce looks like Peyton Royce.
Yeah,
like
she just looks like Peyton Royce with blonde hair.
Yeah, Billie Kay, it's so dramatic to see her light hair. She is a little bit more fair when she's usually tan and dark hair. No doubt.
And she looks like she's lost weight too, and got in a lot better shape.
Oh man, yeah.
Not that she was in bad shape before.
Yeah.
She was what you would call a full-figured woman before, or
really Billie Kay?
No, not full-figured, but she wasn't like super lean, and she leaned out a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. They both take their fitness serious. Man, love to see them, because to me, the Iconics actually set up women's tag team wrestling.
100%.
They get mad credit, because before, women's tag team wrestling wasn't really a thing. Even when they released tag titles, tried to make it a thing. But the Iconics were truly tag team from the start. They had a great performance in the match. I think overall it was good to see Marisade. Of course, I like how Vic Joseph said he got some metaphors for this one. Like, very slick.
Yes.
Very slick there, Vic Joseph. I caught that. But no doubt, man, back and forth, great match. Love how they got down to the drama toward the end. And then, of course, So Ruka with the Soul Snatcher. Kalani Jordan facing impossible odds. And the tale of her being the traitor. I think all around, the layers in that match, like you said, that's what NXT holds above the other WWE product.
Yeah.
Great layers to the whole match. But nevertheless, the winners, we had Team NXT go over. And a little drama at the end, Big K-Dog. A little drama. JC Jane snuck in.
Yeah. But you know what, dude? That fits her profile.
Yes.
That fits her profile. A little snake.
Yes.
Just slide in there, take the victory, take the credit, be like, look what I did. Yeah, I won. And she got beat up a lot in that match.
Yes, she did. She did.
But that plays into, I look back at the greatest heel champions of all time.
Yeah.
Name number one case in point, right there, bottom right hand of the middle top shelf.
Oh, yes.
Richard Flair.
You know it.
The slimiest, most beatable champion in the history of wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And has more title wins than anybody in wrestling. He was the king of sliding out at the last second, getting the disqualification so he retains the pause. Kind of, sort of, not really a pause, but
yeah.
A little double entendre there.
Yeah.
But he was the king of the dirty moves. That's why they called him the dirtiest player in the game.
Absolutely.
He was the slickest champion that did what he needed to do, but he was so beatable the whole time.
Yes.
That he was a champion. And nobody could beat him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what made his title reign great. And I think, at first I was like, why did they put the title on JC Jane?
Sure.
And to beat Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, man.
It was like, this is who you beat Stephanie Vaquer with? JC Jane? And now after the title run, I'm like, this is a great title run.
Yeah.
As a heel, it is a great title run. She's peacocking all around the back, puffing her chest out. I'm the greatest ever. I'm the best in this company, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, wow, they saw something that I didn't see.
No doubt.
And I never thought that I always liked her. I liked her in Toxic Track or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Fatal Attraction or whatever.
Yeah, Toxic Attraction. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was before whatever.
Not a Fatal Influence.
Yeah. I thought she was great there.
She was.
But I thought, that's the limit,
Yeah.
She's done what she could do because they put her in a couple matches against your girl, the orange-haired girl. And it never really great. It was good, not great.
Sure.
But the work she's done as champion, man, like as a heel, if you respect what heels do, or what a true heel is like, oh man. And for those of you who are just listening for the first time, face is good guys, heel is bad.
Yeah, man. What I love about JC Jane is that JC Jane is like that girl that you're like, bro, she ain't all that. But she think that she worth $1 million. You can't tell her no different. She's the hottest girl in the room. She could steal anybody's man.
Oh, yeah.
She has confidence to the max that you're like, JC, listen, if you were any more confident, I'd be concerned that you had a pair of Huevos Rancheros up underneath them boy shorts.
Big, drastic brass ones.
No doubt, because she just owns the room. And what's beautiful about that, she makes you absorbed into it. You're like, dang, JC Jane, like you said. I was like, okay, Toxic Attraction, that was the limit. Then she and JC Jane really stand out on her own, and lead her own faction. I'm like, I really do believe this girl. She makes you drink her Kool-Aid. That's amazing.
Yep.
We had an NXT North American champion, Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali. This was supposed to be a redemption match for Mustafa Ali. He said he should have won the North American Championship some time ago. He obviously went over to TNA. Now he's back to right all the wrongs of the past. To be honest, I hit the high notes of the Hardys and then the ladies, and then coming into this match, I wanted to be more into it, and I wasn't. And that's no fault of the guys, no fault of Mustafa, no fault of Ethan Page. I think I was just kind of coming down from the high, and they were just in a spot in the card that was difficult.
Yeah, it's great that you point that out. One of the things that you have to think about when booking a show is crowd interaction.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that AEW has such a hard time with because their shows are so long. you take the crowd to a high spot,
Yeah.
and then you bring them back down, and a high spot, and you bring them back down, and a high spot, and you bring them back down. By the time they get towards the end, man, they're emotionally drained.
Sure.
4 hours, 5 hours of that, and you're just like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like, I'm spent just here watching. Like, I'm done. And I think that's what happened last night. To your point, is we were so emotionally invested in the Hardys.
Yeah.
And we were so emotionally invested in that women's match that by the time Mustafa Ali and All Ego Ethan Page got in the ring, we were just like, man, I need a break.
For real.
Like, this, they would have had to put on the match of the century.
Yeah.
In order to make it anything good. And they didn't do a bad match.
Not at all.
It was a great match. It was back and forth. You never knew who was going to win. It was constant, action the whole time. It was just emotionally, I was unavailable for that match.
Yeah, I kind of needed a little departure, and like you said, they were in that spot. They happened to occupy that. I'm coming down, and I'm like, man, dang. I felt bad because I like Mustafa Ali a lot. I think WWE, unfortunately, somehow wasted him. I don't know how. There's some guys like that. I don't know why. But you couldn't do anything with him, especially when he had the heartbeat gimmick, the Iron Man stuff going on, the pulsating lights and all that. I thought he was brilliant to market that to kids. You can't sell a kid a doggone light that goes rainbow colors. Come on now. So I don't get it. Nevertheless, Mustafa Ali did not get his redemption. Ethan Page defeated him. We had then Team TNA.
I think too, though.
Yeah.
If you really want to talk about the dynamics of the whole thing, you've got 1-1 already.
Sure.
You've got 4 matches on the card.
Yeah.
You've got 1-1 per company right now as far as victories go.
Sure.
So what do you do with that match?
Yeah.
If you let Mustafa Ali win, then you pretty much guarantee that NXT is going to win.
Sure.
Now that Ethan Page won, you don't know.
That's a great point. Wow. That is a great point. I didn't look at that.
If you're looking at the dynamics of the show and the continuity of the show, you don't know who's going to win at that point.
Huh. I like that perspective. And no, you're right, man. You kind of build up to that final match of, oh, shoot, like, we're down. It's like, bottom of the ninth, you know what I'm saying? You get that feeling like, oh, man, what could it be? Or you got that boxing match where it's, the champ has got so many rounds and you're like, could the underdog pull this one off?
It was honestly, it was like watching the Canelo Crawford fight.
Yeah.
Either one of them could have won, and you know who you wanted to win, but the person that you wanted to win towards the end, you were like, I don't know if he can pull this out.
Exactly. Team TNA versus Team NXT. This was quite interesting, man, the way things played out. I mean, of course, new NXT champion leading the way in Ricky Saints. Man, shout out to Ricky Saints. So proud of the kid for taking a gamble on himself and leaving AEW to go to NXT and really paying dividends. That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, and here's the difference, okay? Let's look at the comparisons here.
Yeah.
Kalani Jordan and Ricky Saints.
Oh. Wow.
Both were in similar situations. It was 3-1 and 4-1.
Yes.
Ricky Saints got it down to 2-1.
Yes.
And he looked good the whole time.
Yes.
Where Kalani Jordan didn't quite necessarily.
You know, I think what it is this. Kalani Jordan has a difficult, and I like Kalani Jordan. Is the problem? I like her a lot, but she needs, if anything, to sit under the Cody Rhodes learning tree. And I say that because as a babyface, you have to learn to build sympathy. I don't see that in her. I don't see her building sympathy where you say, man, Kalani, oh, if you just please, you're waiting for her to fire up. Oh, Kalani, you can do this. It's kind of like indifference.
Yeah.
If she loses, she loses. That's sad.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like she's not displaying being a wrestler.
The psychology isn't there.
She's going through the motions. Go back and look at it and look when they're walking. She looks awkward holding the belt walking. How, as a champion, do you look awkward holding the belt?
Wow. You know what it is? There's some who own the wrestler persona, own their character, and some who are caricatures of a character.
Yeah, there's some people who are playing a character, and there's some people who are the character.
100%.
And she is playing the character.
Yeah.
And it's not believable whatsoever.
Yeah. Unlike Ricky Saints, who, absolute Ricky Saints, like you're like, dude, this kid has all the confidence. He has the swagger. He's been compared to a young Rock. You know, the kid is gold. I saw that in AEW. I was like, man, and especially, him going up against the likes of Cody Rhodes in AEW. You saw that he could mix it up with the greats. So Ricky Saints got a bright future ahead of him. Nevertheless, man, your man Trick Williams did him dirty.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I mean, if you look at the interactions between Trick and TNA, the TNA locker room does not like him.
Of course not.
Now he sold out the NXT locker room. Is he on the island of irrelevancy now?
Gonna be very interesting what happens.
I mean, we said it before. They missed the opportunity to bring him to the main roster when he was nuclear hot.
100%.
He's cooled off quite a bit now.
Oh yeah.
The aura is not there anymore.
Yeah.
In fact, I would go as far as say is he's in Carmelo Anthony territory.
Your boy.
Or not Carmelo Anthony, but whatever.
Carmelo Hayes. Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes. Yeah. He's in Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Anthony's an NBA player.
Yeah.
He's in Carmelo Hayes territory now. He's good, but he's kind of a punk.
Yeah, he ain't him. And Carmelo ain't even him.
No.
But the funny thing is, now I like Carmelo probably a little bit more than I like Trick.
Yeah, the whole I really, if he ever said to me, keep your mouth shut while grown folks are talking, I'd punch him dead in the nose as hard as I could. I'm a man, dog. You're not finna to disrespect me like that. I don't even care if this is a work or not. You're not finna to tell me to keep my mouth shut while grown folks are talking.
I like that.
But it's false. It's false arrogance.
Sure.
Like when he was white hot, he wasn't acting like that.
Sure.
Now that he's got this, I don't know, slimy character, like it's not him.
I mean, he's definitely Trick Willie. He's projecting that.
But it's he's playing the character of Trick Willie.
I can agree with that.
And when he was Trick Williams,
yeah,
he was way better.
I can agree with that. Absolutely. Trick Williams walked out. Ricky Saints went for the hot tag. Trick left, thus turning his back on NXT. He is a TNA champion after all. And it's interesting we have that same dynamic in both matches. Kalani Jordan was the proverbial traitor. Then Trick Williams is on Team NXT, but then he turns traitor.
And how do you have the NXT champion or the TNA champion on Team NXT. Like, that don't even make sense.
Exactly.
Granted, why would you have Trick Williams when you have Obafemi? No offense, but why would you have little baby Orton when you have Obafemi?
You know what it is?
Why would you have Javon Evans when you have Obafemi?
You know what it is? They're buttering Oba up and warming him up, massaging him for that main roster debut. And they don't want nothing to happen before that happens.
I mean, I would have taken Obafemi if it were me and I was choosing NXT talent to fight TNA talent. I would have took Ricky Saints.
Come on.
I would have took Obafemi.
Come on.
Let him cook.
Say what you want, but I would have taken Tony D'Angelo.
Woo!
Because I don't know where he's been. I don't know if he's hurt or what's going on.
Yeah.
But if he's available, I would have taken Tony D'Angelo. And then, it really doesn't matter the last spot. Then you could take a Javon Evans.
Sure.
Or what about Tavion Heights?
Yeah.
That kid's balling right now. What about Josh Briggs?
I was gonna say, man, Josh Briggs would have to be on my squad.
He's killing the game right now.
Josh Briggs would have to be on my squad. 1,000%.
I mean, I thought that they set themselves up to lose. I mean, in theory, Moose should have been able to beat all them guys by himself.
You're not lying. What former
except for Ricky Saints.
I mean, he's like a 10-time TNA champion, something crazy. That dude has been putting in work for years.
Yeah.
That puts some respect on Moose.
And then just to have, Trick Williams walk out, it was like, I watched all the way through this show for you to do that. And I love that. I love that the announcer was like, Booker, what's wrong with your boy?
Yes.
Is this right?
Yeah.
Why is he doing this? Well, I didn't know he was going to do that. That's your man's.
That's your man, Book. Come on, Book.
That's your man's and them's. Why ain't you glazing him now like you did all the rest of the time?
Wow. So coming off of this, Trick Williams.
Pause.
Oh, yeah, pause. Yo, that's wild. Trick Williams going into Bound for Glory. Does he lose to Mike Santana and the TNA title revert back to a TNA talent?
I think he should. I don't think he will, but I think he should.
If I am being 100% honest, I don't buy Mike Santana being the guy to defeat Trick Williams. And you know what? I think I'm biased because I'm used to seeing Mike Santana along Ortiz.
LAX?
Yeah, proud and powerful. They were LAX at one point. They were this and that. I'm not buying Mike Santana as a breakout single star. That's my bias.
See, and here's the deal. I didn't watch TNA that much.
Yeah.
So to me, I think he looks good.
I think, and then not to mention, it's probably guilty by association. They were running with Eddie Kingston for a minute.
Say less. That would be like somebody tagging with Lyra Valkyria. I'm like, oh yeah, no, they're terrible.
It hurts me. I like Mike Santana. I liked him as a tag team wrestler, but it's just kind of like, Bully Ray, I think took off. Devon did some things. He got Batista out there. Even Triple H jobbed to him at one point. But by and large, Bully Ray was the bigger breakout star.
Sure. You
know what I'm saying? It's Jimmy and Jey Uso. It's that dynamic for me. I don't see him being that single star to carry TNA, whereas Moose all day long. Throw Moose in the mix.
Yeah, but you've already jobbed him to Trick, 2 times?
That is fair. That's the problem. They hurt themselves on that note.
In order to try to make Trick look believable, you jobbed out your top star to him.
No doubt. Joe Hendry, man. I mean, but Mike Santana, that's tough for me. That's a tough one. But hey, it's going to be what it's going to be. I think Mike Santana will go over at Bound for Glory.